Hello everyone, welcome to another Buddhist video. Today I'll be giving you a very comprehensive outlook to the meaning of the Karaniya Mettha Suthra. Please refer to my other videos to learn why and when Buddha preached this sutta and the chanting of the Karaniya Mettha Suthra. So if we look at the first verse, Karaniya Mettha Kusalena Yantang Santam Padang Abhisamicca Sakko Ujuja Sujuja Suvacho Chassa Mutu Anatimani. So what does this actually mean? So imagine you want to be the best version of yourself and find a place where you will totally be happy and peaceful inside. This place is called Nibbana. Now, to get there, you need to practice some important qualities. Here's what you should do. So, the first thing is to be ready and strong. Like a superhero, you should have the energy and wisdom to do things and stay away from bad things. This means helping others and making good choices. And this is what we call Sakko. Then the next one is to be honest. Always tell the truth and do the right thing, even when no one is watching. When you talk to people and deal with them, be fair and kind. This is what we refer as Uju. Then we have the word Suacho, which means to stay honest and alert. Keep being honest all the time and pay attention to what you're doing. This helps you keep doing the right thing. The next one is to listen and learn. Be open to learning from others, like your teachers or older friends. When they give you good advice, try to follow it and put it into practice. This is what we mean by mudu. Then we have the word anatimani, which means to be gentle and humble. Talk nicely and be polite. Don't think you're better than others just because you're smart, rich, or strong. Treat everyone with respect. So, by practicing these qualities, you can become a better person and find that special, peaceful place inside, and this is what you call Nibbana. The second verse is Santussa Kocha Subaroja Appakichocha Salalukuti Sandindriyocha Nipakocha Agpagabbo Kulesu Anunagiddo. So the meaning of this is, imagine you want to live a happy and simple life, like a monk, and find a special peace inside you. Here's what you need to do. Be happy with what you have. Instead of always wanting more clothes or gadgets, try to be happy with what you already have. A monk is happy with just a few things like clothes, food, a place to sleep, and medicine. This is called Santussako. Don't be a burden. Make it easy for others to help you. If you need help, don't ask for too much or make things too complicated. This is what we mean by Subaro. The third point in this verse is to keep life simple. Try to do only few important things each day and keep your life simple. Don't carry around a lot of stuff. Just have what you need. This is called apakiccho. Then what do we mean by the word sandindriyo? That means to control your senses. Be careful about what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. This means you should have control of your five senses. Don't get too excited about nice things or too upset about bad things. This helps you stay calm and peaceful. You also need to use good judgment. This is what we mean by nipako. Make good decisions in your daily life. Think carefully and use common sense to handle different situations. Appagabbo means to be humble and polite. Always be nice and respectful to others. Don't get too attached to people or things because it can make you sad and distract you from finding your inner peace. This is what you mean by kulesu ananagitto. By following these steps, Buddha has said you can live a simple, happy life and feel a special kind of peace inside, just like a monk. Nachakuddang samajare kinchi yena vinyo pare upavadeya. Sukino wa kemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Now this is the third verse of the Karaniya Mettha Suthra. So in this verse, Buddha teaches about what you should do and what you shouldn't do to be really a good person and to find inner peace. He says, don't do anything wrong. Even the smallest bad thing should be avoided. This means don't do things that wise people would say are wrong. This includes physical actions. Don't hurt others or do anything bad with your body. Verbal actions. Don't say mean things or lie. Mental actions. Don't think bad thoughts about others. If you avoid even small wrong actions, you're less likely to do big bad things that could mess up your journey to peace. Practice loving kindness. Buddha also teaches that you should wish well for everyone. This means thinking and saying, may all beings be well, safe, and happy. You should wish this for all people, animals, and every living thing on this earth, and even the universe. By not doing any wrong actions and practicing loving kindness, you can become a better person and find that special, peaceful place inside you. Ye kechipana bhutasti satavata varava anavasesa digavaye mahantava majjima rasakanukatola. In this verse, the Buddha teaches us to show loving kindness to all living beings, and he explains who these beings are in different groups. Here is how it works. All living beings. First, the Buddha says we should show loving kindness to everyone, no matter who they are. This means every living thing, without leaving anyone out. Fearful and fearless. Some beings might be scared and some might not be scared. Think of animals that are easily frightened, like rabbits, and others that are brave, like lions. Some scholars also say This can mean people who still want things, like non-arahants, and those who don't have cravings anymore, like the arahants. Different sizes and shapes. The Buddha also talks about beings in all shapes and sizes, like long beings, digga, like snakes, or long fish, large beings, mahanta, like elephants or whales, medium-sized beings, majjima, like dogs or people, short beings, like rasa, like mice or small birds, invisible beings, anuka, tiny creatures you can't see like germs. Round beings is what we mean by the word thula, like round fish or certain types of bugs. So when the Buddha says to practice loving kindness, he means you should wish for the safety, happiness, and well being of all things. Say, may all beings be well, safe, and happy. And think of all these different kinds of living things. This helps you spread kindness and love to everyone, no matter who or what they are. Verse 5 goes like this: Ditta va ye va aditta, yech dure vasanti avidure, bhuta va sambare siva, sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. In this verse, the Buddha teaches us to show loving kindness to all beings, and he includes even more groups of beings, visible and invisible. Visible is ditta. These are beings we can see, like people, animals, and plants around us. Then we have aditta, which is referred to as invisible. These are like beings we cannot see, maybe tiny germs or spirits. Beings who live near and far. Avidure Vasanti means people or beings that are near, who live close to us, like our family, friends, and neighbors. Dure Vasanti means far. These are beings that live far away in other cities, countries, or even other parts of the world. Already born or yet to be born. Already born are referred to as Bhuta. These are beings that are already living, like everyone and everything we see around us. Yet to be born are Sambhavasi. These are beings that haven't been born yet, but will be in the future, like babies that haven't been born yet. So when practicing loving kindness, or when doing the metta meditation, the Buddha teaches us to wish for the safety, happiness, and well-being of all these beings. Think of everyone you can see and can't see, those near and far, and those already born and waiting to be born. Say, may all beings be well, safe, and happy, and spread kindness and love to every single one of them, no matter who or where they are. Napuro parang nikubeta nati manyeta katta kirang kanchi. Vyāryosana patikasanya nanyamanya sudukkamichaya. This is verse 6 of the Karaniya Mettha Suthra. In this verse, the Buddha teaches us to be kind and loving to all living beings. And he also tells us what we should not do. Don't deceive. This means don't lie or trick anyone. Always be honest with people. Don't insult. This means don't say mean things to others or make them feel bad. Always be respectful and kind. Don't wish harm. This means Don't hope that something bad happens to anyone, even if you're angry or upset with them. Always wish for their wellness and happiness instead. So, to practice loving kindness, not only should you spread love and good wishes to all beings, but you should also avoid doing things unkind. By not deceiving, insulting, or wishing harm on anyone, you help make the world a happier and more peaceful for everyone. Mata yataniyam puttang ayuseka putta manurakke. Evampi sabba bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanam. In verse 7, the Buddha teaches us to show loving kindness to all living beings, just like a mother's love for her only child. Mother's love, if you think about how much a mother's love her only child, she would do anything to protect and take care of her child, even if it means sacrificing her own life. Boundless loving kindness, just like a mother's love, has no limits. We should have limitless or aparimanam loving kindness towards all living beings. It is also important to cultivate loving kindness. We should develop and nurture these feelings of loving kindness towards everyone in the universe. Sabba bhutesu is this, just like a mother's love for her child. So, to practice loving kindness the way the Buddha teaches, imagine loving all living beings as deeply and strongly as a mother's love for her only child. This kind of love is boundless and reaches everyone, helping to create a peaceful and happy world for all. Mettancha sabbalokasmim manasambhavaye aparimana. Uddang adota tiriyancha asambadang averang asapatang. In verse 8, the Buddha teaches us to spread loving kindness to all living beings everywhere. He said to spread loving kindness in all directions. Imagine your loving kindness is like a big, warm light that spreads out from you in every direction. It goes upwards, Uddam, towards the sky and higher worlds. Then it goes downwards, Adho, towards the ground and lower worlds. All around, Tiriyan, in every direction around you. And it covers all worlds. Loving kindness should reach all kinds of worlds, including sensual worlds, Kamaloka, where being experience senses like we do. Then we have fine material worlds, Rupa, Brahmaloka, where beings have more refined spiritual forms. Then we have the formless worlds, Arupa Brahmaloka, where beings don't have physical forms but exist in a spiritual way. Boundless and unobstructed, your loving kindness should be limitless and reach everywhere without any limits. It should be free from hatred and enmity. When you spread loving kindness, make sure it's pure. It should have no hatred, averam, or hostility, asapatam, towards anyone. So, to practice loving kindness the way Buddha teaches, imagine your kind thoughts and wishes spreading like light in all directions, touching every being in every world. Make sure your love is unlimited and free from any bad feelings. This way, you help create a peaceful and happy world for everyone. තිත්තම් කරම් නිසින්නෝවා සයනෝවා යාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ. ඒතම් සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේදං විහාරං ඉදමාහු. The Buddha teaches us that we can practice loving kindness in many different ways and at any time. He says to practice in any posture. You can show loving kindness no matter how you are positioned. It could be standing, titam, walking, karam, sitting, nisinno, lying down, sayano. Practice whenever you're awake. You can practice loving kindness anytime you're awake. It's something you can do all the time, no matter what you're doing. Mindfulness of loving kindness is another factor that Buddha mentioned. When you practice loving kindness with determination and focus, it's called divine living. Brahma Mettam Viharam in Buddhism. This means you're living in a special, pure way that's filled with loving kindness. And there are benefits of meditating on loving kindness. By meditating on loving kindness, you can develop strong concentration. This helps you reach a deep state of mental focus called the third fine material deep mental absorption, third Rupa Jhana. So to practice loving kindness the way the Buddha teaches, remember that you can do it anytime and in any position. By focusing on spreading love and kindness, you can achieve a peaceful and concentrated mind, living in a way that's pure and special. The last verse of the Karaniya Mettha Suthra is Dittincha anuka gamma silava dassanena sampanno kame suvineya gedam nahijatu gabba seyam punareti. Verse 10 of the Karaniya Mettha Sutra, the Buddha teaches us that by practicing loving kindness, we can achieve a deep mental focus and insight into the true nature of everything. With deep concentration, which is called jhana, when you focus on loving kindness, you can reach a deep state of mental focus called jhana. Insight meditation, vipassana bhavana. Using this deep focus, you can meditate to understand the true nature of all things, mental and physical phenomena. You learn about impermanence, anicca. Everything changes and nothing lasts forever. Suffering, dukkha. Life has difficulties and challenges. Not self, anatta. There is no permanent, unchanging self. He also mentions that you should avoid wrong views, getting rid of self-view, sakya-ditti. You need to understand that there is no permanent self. Perfect morality, silava. Live a life with good morals and behavior. Right vision, dasanena sampanno. See things clearly and correctly. Abandoning sensual desires, kame suvineya gedam. Let go of cravings for physical pleasures. Attaining perfect peace is what we call nibbana. So by practicing loving kindness and insight meditation, you can reach higher spiritual stages, like the stream enterer, which we call sotapanna. Once returner, sakadagami. Non-returner, Anagami, and then we have Arahant. What happens after reaching these stages? So, if you have reached Arahant after passing away, an Arahant doesn't get reborn and attains Nibbana, which is perfect peace. If you are an Anagami, doesn't return to the sensual world, which is Kamaloka, but is reborn in fine material worlds called Sudhavasa and attains Nibbana there. So, by practicing loving kindness, you can achieve deep concentration, gain insight into the true nature of life, and progress towards attaining perfect peace, which we call Nibbana. This journey helps you understand the truth, live morally, and eventually reach a state where there is no more suffering or rebirth. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something about the Karaniya Mettha Sutra. I would love to hear your feedback, so please leave your comments. And if you like this video, please put a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much and have a blissful day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.